The final piece. Morrigan wishes to talk. She has a plan to counter Corypheus and his dragon. Something in particular, other than go up to it and kill it? Oh, it's active.
Inquisitor, thank the Maker you're here. Morrigan chased after her son into the eluvian. She was terrified.
What?
She was chasing Kieran.
She said he activated the mirror somehow, and then she ran into it. I've never seen Morrigan like that. You must go after her. I will find help, Inquisitor.
Okay. Oh no. Is this where the personal cost comes in, other than being bound to the will of Mythal? What the hell's happening?
Wait, this isn't the crossroads. This is the Fade. How did the eluvian lead here? Can it go anywhere?
There's no way back for us either. And I'm not wearing my battle outfit, I'm wearing my normal Skyhold outfit. This is kind of cool from an artistic perspective, but not what I'm looking for right now. We know that Kieran is like some magical child too. I don't know. How do we normally activate the eluvian? Last time Morrigan just knew how to do it because she's been researching that stuff, right? But Kieran could just do it automatically? Maybe some weird archdemon magic? There's so much we don't know surrounding this whole thing, it's really hard to say.
Morrigan! Go back! I must find Kieran before it's too late!
I'll help you find Kieran. What's going on?
Why would Kieran do this? How could he do this? We stand in the Fade. To direct the eluvian here would require immense power.
Which he has.
If he is lost to me now after all I have sacrificed...
Does this have to do with a well at all?
So this isn't what you intended when you asked me to come speak with you?
Yes, cleverly lure you into the Fade. My master stroke.
What do the voices tell you then?
Not a thing since I entered. Whatever happens to him now, 'tis my doing. I set him on this path. Please, help me look, Inquisitor. Just a little longer.
Of course I'll help you look. The voice is not saying anything. Does that mean that this is something that even the ancient elves have never dealt with? This is a stark contrast. Back when before we found the well, she was all like, I don't care what the personal cost is, and now she clearly cares about her kid. She even said before that, oh, you know, if anything happens to me, it's okay, because Kieran is a smart kid. But now it's a little bit different. Because what if something bad happened to Kieran himself? There's all these spirits around too, and they're walking super fast? Are they agitated? Are they going somewhere? I assume normally Kieran's a pretty good kid that listens to his mom and stuff. And his mom specifically called up for him to come back, and he refused to listen. Is that how it played out? Where even in the Fade are we? I mean, I guess there's no real locations within the Fade that we even know about anyway, but... all this architecture? I'm wondering what it's drawing from. The location around us...
Oh. There he is! Who's with him? That's...
No. It can't be.
Who is it? What's he doing? Oh!
Mother!
Mother.
Now, isn't this a surprise?
Wait, have we met Flemeth as the Inquisitor? I don't think so, right?
Clearly not the good sort of surprise.
My lovely Morrigan has a flair for the dramatic. Thankfully, my grandson is more sensible.
Kieran is not your grandson. Let him go.
As if I were holding the boy hostage. She's always been ungrateful, you see.
Ungrateful! I know how you plan to extend your life, wicked crone. You will not have me, and you will not have my son.
That's quite enough. You'll endanger the boy.
Oh no.
What have you done to me?
I have done nothing. You drank from the well of your own volition.
What?
You
What?
are Mythal.
What? Flemeth is Mythal? Oh, so I thought that attack, that just now was Morgan trying to conjure up an attack, and then Flemeth stopped her by using her own attack. But you're telling me that Morgan stopped attacking because she's bound to Mythal's will, and Flemeth is Mythal? What the hell?
Well, that was unexpected.
You, of all people, should expect the unexpected by now.
Do I know her? Oh no, Morgan.
I'm sorry, Mother. I heard her calling to me. She said now was the time.
I do not
Oh.
understand.
Me neither?
Once I was but a woman, crying out in the lonely darkness for justice. And she came to me, a wisp of an ancient being, and she granted me all I wanted and more. I have carried Mythal through the ages ever since, seeking the justice denied to her.
Okay, so she's not directly Mythal, because I was gonna say, you're not even an elf. It's more that you're carrying her spirit, kind of maybe like how Anders carried Justice. What the hell? Oh, but I feel really bad for Morgan then, because she's been trying to escape from her mother her entire life. And now she won't ever escape. Especially since we know her mom does the whole killing her own kids to extend her lifespan thing, and her grandkids here. I feel like I'm in the presence of gods. I'm a mere human, and there's all these unearthly creatures, and I don't know what I can do. But if I drank from the well, would that be any better? Then I would be directly in Flemeth's control.
Then you carry Mythal inside you.
She is a part of me, no more separate than your heart from your chest. You hear the voices of the well, girl. What do they say?
They say you speak the truth.
But what was Mythal? A legend-given name and called a god? Or something more? Truth is not the end, but a beginning. So young and vibrant, you do the people proud and have come far. As for me, I have had many names, but you may call me Flemeth.
Right, I didn't think we had met before. But there's just been so much here that I don't even know. What? You do know. Of course, anyone who's well-read should have read the legends about Flemeth.
I know the name Flemeth. My people call you Ashabelanar, the woman of many years, and speak of your legend. It says long ago you left your husband for a lover. Your husband then tricked you, killed your lover, and imprisoned you. Then a spirit came to offer you vengeance. Mythal.
Oh!
That's what you spoke of.
One day someone will summarize the terrible events of your life so quickly. But yes, I was that woman. That is how my tale began.
Flemeth appears in other legends, helping heroes for reasons of her own.
I nudge history when it's required. Other times, a shove is needed.
I thought that the Inquisitor might know about the legends because she read some human stories, but you're telling me she even has an elven name, so even within elven legends she was well known, despite what it sounds like the legends never directly stated, okay, Mythal's spirit was the one who helped her.
If Mythal is a part of you, why haven't you helped us? We've called to you, prayed to you.
What was could not be changed.
What about now? You know so much.
You know not what you ask, child.
This is all happening very quickly. We drank from a well, we were pondering elven legends, and then we come back to Skyhold and we see an elven legend right in front of us immediately.
Why did Mythal come to you?
For a reckoning that will shake the very heavens.
And you follow her whims. Do you even know what she truly is?
And do you?
You seek to preserve the powers that were, but to what end? It is because I taught you, girl. Because things happened that were never meant to happen. She was betrayed as I was betrayed, as the world was betrayed. Mythal clawed and crawled her way through the ages to me, and I will see her avenged. Alas, so long as the music plays, we dance.
If we take Mythal to be a regular spirit, what are the conditions needed for a spirit to dissipate back into the Fade? We're in the Fade right now. I'm just wondering what... Are you saying that Mythal is here because she needs to do something particular? And then if that's done, she'll leave? Or... Oh my god. Someone betrayed her? She's here for justice. Who betrayed her? It's not Fen Harel, right? Because we did read a lot about how, oh yeah, he's the god of trickery, and he tricked all the gods. But in the temple we saw a statue that was honoring him. It seems like it could be relevant though, because we don't know the story behind that, the full story. I feel like historically being throughout the Dragon Age games, Flemeth has been a very dangerous, seemingly dangerous character, but she hasn't really... Has she done anything directly to harm us? Not that I can think of at the top of my head. In fact, she's the one who saved the Grey Wardens. Without her, Thedas right now, Ferelden right now would be gone. So, she's dangerous, and Morrigan hates her mom because she wants to live, but it doesn't mean she won't help us. I don't think we even need to ask this.
I presume you know what we're up against.
Better than you could possibly imagine.
So will you help us?
Once I have what I came for.
No, I will not allow it.
He carries a piece of what once was, snatched from the jaws of darkness. You know this.
He is not your pawn, Mother. I will not let you use him.
Have you not used him? Was that not your purpose, the reason you agreed to his creation?
That was then. Now he is my son. Flemeth extends her life by possessing the bodies of her daughters, Inquisitor. That was the fate she intended for me. I thwarted her, and now she intends to have Kieran instead.
Wow, are you crazy? I'm not pissing off this random spirit, okay? This is heartbreaking from, family perspective. Morrigan... Yeah, I do think the creation of Kieran... Well, he's here because we wanted to do that ritual. To preserve the magic, which is kind of in line with why she wants to drink from the well, because she has these curiosities about preserving ancient stuff that, you know, shouldn't be lost to the ages. But I can also accept that she genuinely grew to care about her child in the process of nurturing him. But then if you look at Flemeth, has she ever felt the same thing for Morrigan? Does she not ever feel bad about possessing the bodies of her daughters just to extend her own life? Arguably, she raised Morrigan for longer than Morrigan has raised Kieran too. And yet, is there really nothing there?
Wait, the way she talked about Kieran...
I am not the only one carrying the soul of a being long thought lost.
Oh, the Inquisitor doesn't know.
He is more than that, Mother.
As am I. Yet do you hear me complain? Our destinies are not so easily avoided, dear girl.
Mother, I have to.
You do not belong to her, Kieran. Neither of us do.
Why does Kieran think he has to?
If Kieran is so special, why did you wait until now to come for him?
I did not know where he was. Morrigan cleverly hid him from me. Until now.
'Twas the well.
Oh no.
Always grasping beyond your reach, despite all that I taught you.
Did Flemeth just not look that hard though? Because apparently Morrigan was in Orlais the whole time, and Kieran was with her the whole time, in the courts. People saw him and stuff. Oh, maybe I should have drank from the well then. But if I drank from it, I get the feeling... I just can't see Flemeth not finding us. She would have come either way? Oh no,
Whatever else you think he is, Kieran is still a child.
And so much better behaved than his mother was at his age.
Kieran,
You've only met this woman just now. Don't listen.
As you wish. Hear my proposal, dear girl. Let me take the lad, and you are free of me forever. I will never interfere with or harm you again. Or keep the lad with you, and you will never be safe from me. I will have my due.
he returns with me.
That's what I thought.
Decided so quickly.
Do whatever you wish. Take over my body now if you must, but Kieran will be free of your clutches. I am many things, but I will not be the mother you were to me.
Does she genuinely look sad from that? Oh. What? She's stealing. The soul?
No more dreams?
No more dreams. A soul is not forced upon the unwilling, Morrigan. You were never in danger from me. Listen to the voices. They will teach you, as I never did.
Wait!
That was a lot. If someone's never played Origins and 2, Origins in particular, that conversation felt like it could have gone confusing really fast. Old Soul and Kieran? Flemeth? Morrigan's mom? What?
Are you all right, Kieran? You are not hurt?
I feel lonely.
She wanted the old god soul all along. Is it worth reminding myself that perhaps I do not know everything after all? My mother has the soul of an elven goddess, or whatever Mythal truly was, and her plans are unknown to me.
It's not a surprise to me at all that Morrigan didn't have to think about choosing keeping Kieran with her. It's what a mother does. It's what Morrigan as a mother does, especially because she thinks her mother is a terrible mom, and so she's just trying to not be a terrible mom to Kieran. How do you feel about her taking the soul, though? Because you wanted the soul to begin with, and now it's gone. I guess it's still better than Kieran being taken over. Or, him being taken by her completely.
So Kieran had the soul of an old god.
Taken from the archdemon at the final battle of the Fifth Blight. Yes, he has never known anything else. I'm uncertain what effect this will have on him.
But why did you...
I told you at the temple, the magic of old must be preserved, no matter how feared. Kieran had a destiny, and now it is in Flemeth's hands. I suppose we shall see what she does with it.
Why? Where does this Morgan wanting to preserve old magic? She feels very strongly about it. I'm just kind of curious where it comes from. When she was raised by Flemeth, she was alone in the Korkari wild. She did a lot of reading. And then that's where she developed that kind of interest. Because her level of wanting that to happen seems extremely high, to the point that she has a personal stake in it. And I'm not sure where it comes from exactly. But yeah, I guess there's nothing we can do about it. From the very end of Flemeth leaving there just now, I kind of got the impression she was... Because I'm guessing how it happened between Morgan and Flemeth is that, as we saw a little bit in Origins, Morgan discovered that Flemeth plans to, or she previously, historically did possess her children to continue extending her life, and then she didn't even try talking to her mom. She just kind of rebelled immediately. And then Flemeth maybe never got to explain herself, because she did look sad. She looked a bit upset about how her relationship with Morgan is not really the typical one that a mother and a daughter would have. And it sounds like she was never gonna harm her anyway, but she kept her on her toes, didn't properly explain herself for whatever reason, and we don't know what she wants to do in terms of her grand overall plans.
You truly had no idea what she was?
I knew she kept the truth from me. I even suspected she was not truly human, but this... I always thought the so-called elven gods were little more than glorified rulers, but now... I have doubt. And doubt is... an uncomfortable thing, Inquisitor.
It's loss of control.
Just be thankful you did not drink from the well. I am evidently tied to my mother for eternity.
I almost wish I drank it for you because of that. I don't think she intends to harm anyone, at least immediately though. She doesn't intend to stop us from trying to kill Corypheus. She wants revenge. For something. Mythal wants revenge. The elven god pantheon is real then, huh? They were actual spirits and stuff, whereas on the Andrastian side, do we even know if the Maker is real? Was the Maker a person? Maker is not a person, right? He's like... he's not human. He's just the Maker. But then elven gods seem like they were actual people that were alive at one point. This is all so much. You did the right thing about Kieran, though.
For what it's worth, I think you did the right thing.
Did I? She was testing me. And I cannot tell whether I passed.
I think your struggles with your mom will continue for a while.
Now we must prepare to face Corypheus himself. It seems Mother was right. The voices of the well tell me I will be able to match his dragon. All that remains is for you to find him.
You're gonna kill the dragon? Oh, wow. That was a lot. And then what about how in Origins, when Morgan asked me to kill her mom and then her mom turned into a dragon and... Flemeth. Evidently, there's a lot about this world that we don't know about.
Mother must be very pleased. If I see her again, I will have no choice but to do every single thing she commands. I feel certain what happened at the Temple of Mythal must somehow have been her influence.
What do you mean? Which part? The part about how a figure came from the well to save us? Or how the whole thing played out?
You might be right.
'Twas a temple dedicated to her, after all. Is it a coincidence we ended up there? There must be a connection we cannot see. I suppose we have little choice but to proceed and be thankful she assisted us at all.
Do you trust what Flemeth told us?
about what she is. I am uncertain. I knew there was more to her than I realized, that she was not truly human. But this? I once found her grimoire, and that was where I learned her immortality was gained by stealing the bodies of her daughters. Flemeth claims I misunderstood. It is not forced on the unwilling. Meaning I might agree to such a thing? Impossible, yet there seemed an undeniable sense of truth to the things she told us. All my years spent hunting for arcane mysteries, and the greatest was the one I left behind.
In a way, isn't that perfect then? And now you'll be bound to her. You guys have an inseparable connection beyond being mother and daughter. Maybe let's try to look at this more positively then. Cup half full and all that? Does that mean that... I mean, that's saying that at some point, Flemeth's daughters agreed to being possessed by Flemeth? How many times has this happened? We don't know. Suddenly, I don't even want to think about Corypheus anymore. I'm like, who cares, man? Just defeat him and we'll get it over with.
So what do you intend to do now?
Once Corypheus is defeated, I will take Kieran and leave. Where I will go is uncertain. I must consider the fact that Flemeth may yet have plans for me. I am, after all, her servant. Such a delight. Yet we must now consider the coming battle. I hope all I learned from the well proves worthwhile.
I hope so too. Wow, they dropped a bomb right at the end here.
I'd like to know more about you.
If you have questions, then ask.
None, apparently.
I'll leave you to the garden.
Until next time, then.
I'd like to talk to Kieran. Kieran... I know that was his grandmother, but I would have liked to see him stand up for his mom a little bit more and not side with grandma.
There is a problem that needs
Oh,
your
what the
attention,
hell?
Inquisitor.
Oh god, why did I talk to her? Damn it. Okay, we're going to the war table now anyway. I guess that's fine. Wow. That was... Should we fill Liliana in on what happened? Liliana was supposed to find help, but nobody came. She wasn't doing a very good job of that. Hey, Liliana.
Morrigan seems pleased with herself for some reason. That smug face. She becomes more and more like her mother each day.
Whoa.
Don't tell her I said that.
I was gonna say, do you want to get beat up?
Anything I should know?
I've nothing to report at the moment.
Smug?
I'll leave you to your work.
No, that wasn't a thing directly because of what we just saw. It was a random normal
At
conversation.
your service, my lady.
Okay.
I'll leave you to your work.
Oh, we all have traces of our parents and stuff, huh? Just like, it makes me think about Dorian again. Oh, those books that we could never pick up from the bottom there, maybe they're hard in Hightown. Maybe, yeah, let's try picking it up again. Okay, I seriously don't even want to think about Corypheus anymore. I don't care.
There are 47 ways to purify wyvern venom to make it safe for human consumption.
Okay, thanks. I don't want to talk to you anymore, because you might give me quests randomly.
Here is the request Solas made. Very
I guess
well.
not. Guess those weren't hard in Hightown. Okay. Oh, we never got a good look at the murals. Solas' new murals. We can look at it now. It's so close to being complete. So that was the Winter Palace stuff, and then this... I don't know who these are supposed to be. I wish Solas could explain it to us himself. What's the thing in the middle? What is all that? These veins flowing down this hill thingy. The Red Templars, I guess. Well, we won't have to worry about it if we just defeat everyone. Okay. Josephine, I'm gonna go fight the baddies now. Do you have any last words?
Everything's in place. Corypheus now waits on you to approach the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
Oh,
Still, do be careful, please.
he's there? When did we find that out?
A pleasure.
Okay.
Let's speak later.
Another time.
Yes, later, as in I will come back, as in we will all be okay, and nothing bad will happen. I'm ready. Well, not quite ready yet because I gotta worry about war missions, apparently. Crew of ambassadors, Sutherland and company return with sizable resources, a cadre of support personnel, and promises of future trade with the mining caste directly. They're ambassadors, whether intended or not. Good. Researching the Well of Sorrows. Inquisitor, I must take over our investigation into the Well of Sorrows. Dozens of antiquarians and historians are begging us for the results. There have been several attempts to steal our research. While we have nothing conclusive, the research has proven useful in negotiations with interested scholars, and we should guard it accordingly. Sentinel plate. Maybe I'll go out and check out my equipment again? Oh, we got 2 new ones. A crew of adventurers. Report in Liliana's hand. Sutherland's company have made a request for further expeditions to bolster Inquisition coffers. He seems driven to match the investment made in the group thus far. The goal is rambling, but has potential. A small group is certainly better suited to ferreting out whatever misplaced city, horror-filled tomb, or borderland he's looking to scout. Liliana can give contacts. Josephine, passage. Commit to recovery. Best to let them work, not get soldiers in their way. Contacts?
No, I'm just waiting, like everyone else.
Not for much longer.
Harvest of history. Hold up. Inflate Inquisition numbers. Oh no, there's more. My men lit extra campfires, marched with rattles on their boots, and used a few other tricks to inflate our apparent numbers. Thanks to Sister Liliana's scouts, we even took a small Venatori force by surprise. They were so busy counting our numbers, they didn't see the rest of the chargers coming in behind them. The Venatori had a map. They were looking for something in the area. I passed it to Sister Liliana for perusal. Okay. We don't need to care about the Venatori anymore if we're just gonna outright defeat Corypheus. Harvest of history. A letter from Elan Vimal, the guy that we talked to in the garden. Or the woman. Inquisitor, I am not, by several estimations of character, a nice person. As they say, one must have a past to carve out a future. Do they say that? Perhaps I should clarify that I say that, and for my own reasons I am here, and I serve. I trust that you see the value in that, and would invest in protecting it. Okay. Certain resources of mine are in the hands of another. Said person helped create my recipes. The value of my work is lessened if it is duplicated elsewhere. It is not a matter of recovery so much as denial. Who knows who might receive benefit of this brewing doppelganger? You are free to ignore the situation, but would it not be better for the resources of the Inquisition to be unique if this person were simply gone? Isthmus Goodson. I don't really care about this. We're hardly in a place to be precious about a single life. You want to kill the guy. Okay, Liliana wants to kill the guy. Have a local lord imprison him in relative comfort for the duration of our concern. Raise the fields of the person where this person's working, but don't kill him. Wait, this is insane. This is kind of insane. All this person has done is help create the recipes, and now we want to hurt him because of that? What the hell? I mean, I'll do it, but why? Venatori map. Inquisitor, the Venatori were using a map to search for something not far from us. A small team could find whatever they were looking for, whether it be a threat or something of possible value. No Josephine? My scouts could get in? She's busy right now. Colon soldiers. Will it be okay? Small team? I hope so.
Inquisitor.
And then since I have someone available here anyway, I guess we'll do Josephine, but it's kind of bizarre to me that we're hunting this person down, even though they helped us. Yeah, this is good. Imprison him, make him comfortable. It's the best of what we have here. We're not killing him.
Let us begin.
And that's it. Doom upon all the world. Let me really quickly look at the armor that we just got. I don't think my inventory is too full, so I don't have to worry. Actually, I got really good at sorting out this inventory because I did it so many times already. Oh yeah, we got some new stuff here. Certainty. We got this from killing Samson. It's a sword of deepest corruption and conviction. It's not the red lyrium blade that Meredith used. One wonders what this sword cannot be next in the hands of Welonz Lavellan if she is not careful. It's warrior only though, I can't do it. Is it two-handed or one-handed? It's one-handed. I think it's better than what Blackwall's using. Oh. Damn, why did that take so long to load? Yeah. Have that. Pretty sure Cassandra already has one that's pretty good. That's fine. And then these staffs, that one's not good. Fire Drake. Oh! Dorian's dragon slaying thing. Oh, okay, so maybe we should put this on whoever we bring as a mage then, because we know we're fighting dragons today. That'll be a good one. I'll keep this on me for now. Who do I want to bring today? Not sure yet. Coiled Strike would be good for Cole. I don't think everybody will have a chance to come out though. Maybe I'm wrong, but... Let's see. So get rid of that one, and then that'll be it for now. Oh, actually, the one that I just valuabled? No, it was worse. Never mind. We're good. Okay, I think that's all we have to worry about. Sarah... Oh! Longbow of the Griffin. There you go. There totally could be an auto option. Equip the best thing? I wish they had implemented something like that. Holy crap, we actually have a shield better than what we have. Already. Seriously? Oh, it's not better. It's just vaguely... Wait. Oh, it's because this wasn't one-handed. I thought I was looking at the one-handed. No. You know what? You get back to using that then. Sorry, Blackwall. False alarm. It's actually for Iron Bull. Certainty. There you go. Oh, but the Chromatic Greatsword looked pretty good though. I kind of liked it, but this is so much better. And this has a Demon Slaying rune on it. Okay, I think we're good now. Except for maybe the armor that we just got. Sentinel Plate. Mage only. For me. Oh, it's significantly better. Ooh. Ooh. But wearing this is kind of like, you know, engaging in my heritage and all that, but this is good for armor, and I look buff and ready, I guess. Yeah, it's actually a lot better. Doesn't really have any nice things on it, but okay, sure. Alright. We're ready? Let's go. Here we go. With his forces rooted, now is the time to find Corypheus before he can recover and force him out into the open. Warning, this starts events that lead to the end of the story.
Has either of you noticed the change in Morrigan? I fear for her.
Fear for her, rather than fearing what she will do. You do care.
I would have concern for anyone who came into contact with that thing.
Wouldn't Liliana normally have concern for Morrigan anyway? Morrigan hasn't done anything bad to us. I get the impression things will be perfectly fine until we defeat Corypheus at least. Warning, this starts events that lead to the end of the story. You can continue to play the game afterwards, but some content may not be available. Complete any important tasks before beginning this operation. Ooh, so maybe the war table missions? Ah, but some of them were like 6 hours though. This one will probably be fine. Yeah. But some of these smaller ones, I guess I'll just have to take that chance. 3 hours? Do we have 3 more hours?
Have the supplies reached our people in the Arbor Wilds?
I made sure of it. Too many strange plants there. We don't need stomach cramps sweeping the army.
Let's go.
Did you find what you need, Morrigan?
I can match the Darkspawn Magister's dragon. Yes. As for matching Corypheus, that is up to you, Inquisitor.
No, I have a... Morgan, do you want my dragon slaying staff? I've got one.
I'm eager to try.
Then all that remains is to find Corypheus before he comes to us.
We've been looking for his base since all this began, with no success.
His dragon must come and go from somewhere.
What about the deep roads? We could send word to Orzammar, hire envoys to...
Oh my god. Oh, I thought he was right here. Scared me. Oh. Oh, it's opening up again. He calls.
It seems Corypheus is not content to wait.
He's in the Valley of Sacred Ashes.
You either close the breach once more, or it swallows the world.
But that's madness. Wouldn't it kill him as well?
Inquisitor, we have no forces to send with you. We must wait for them to return from the Arbor Wilds.
Yeah, go do your war table missions. I'll do this alone.
I must go now, before it's too late.
Josephine already knew we were going to the Temple of Sacred Ashes. Ooh, this will be the end. I'm content going like this again. Yeah, I think this works with me. This is our party for sealing the breach too, when we first got attacked at Haven.
Tell me, where is your maker now? Call him. Call down his wrath upon me.
That orb.
You cannot, for he does not exist. I am Corypheus. I shall deliver you from this lie in which you linger. Bow before your new god and be spared.
Never!
That elven artifact orb. We don't know anything about it still.
As you wish.
Oh.
I knew you would come.
It ends here, Corypheus.
And so it shall.
Are we not gonna see the dragon? Morrigan's gonna deal with it? Scout Harding! Oh my god! Whoa, dude! How is he that strong? The limits of his magic.
You have been most successful in foiling my plans, but let us not forget what you are. A thief in the wrong place at the wrong time, an interloper, a gnat. We shall prove here, once and for all, which of us is worthy of godhood.
I don't want to be a god. That just reminded me though, Flemeth and Corypheus, their methods of attaining immortality is kind of similar. They keep hopping from body to body. Maybe we can learn something about that. Once we dissect Corypheus's corpse.
I came here to stop you, Corypheus. Nothing more.
Well, there it is. Might not have time to give it this. Oh! Oh! Is that Morrigan?
You dare.
Like mother, like daughter.
A dragon! How clever!
Wait, we're just gonna directly fight him? That was fast? Okay, I didn't think it was gonna be this fast.
Of you. It will avail you nothing. You will fall as a warning to those who oppose my divine will.
Okay, we have 3 ranged people today.
If you desire death, you shall have it.
What are his resistances? All disabling effects immune to, but he's not particularly bad against anything, or nothing is particularly bad against him. That's good. I'll get close.
I shall sear you from the very heavens.
I'll be inside you and explode. Yeah. Enraged shade.
Feel my wrath, wretch.
Okay, we gotta get rid of some of those dudes. Where is he? Where is he? Whoa, 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 that red lyrium.
Look at you, wearing slave markings on your face with pride. You are nothing. A race of sniveling cowards that shrank before Definta power.
Be careful, Cassandra. Ooh! Alright. You want me to go inside you again? Watch out for those red lyrium shards. Cassandra! Have some regeneration. Oops. Let me get inside. So does the static cage work on him? All disabling effects. That's a disabling effect. But can we still use the electricity inside the static cage? Where is he? Where is he? You want to go for round 3? Is that Morrigan? The dragon? Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Hello. Oh, Solas. Oh, I guess I don't have to give him the staff because we're not fighting dragons. I'm just curious though, what are you using right now? 105? I'll keep what he has right now. I think we'll be fine. I'm not sure if we can change it anyway. We're in the middle of a fight right now. I don't even know if we need to use this. Haha, Corypheus! I spent all my time leveling up with the side content, so you're gonna be lower level than me and all that. Actually, he's the same level as us. But we're doing fine.
Enough! I will destroy you where you stand.
Oh, you're chump change compared to the dragons, please.
A pike shall hold your head before the gates of the Grand Cathedral for this outrage.
We shall see about that.
Cassandra, you gotta tank, don't run away. You want me to tank?
Enough! I will destroy you where you stand.
What are you doing over there? He's not even attacking me. We gotta time this right. Oh, Morrigan! Do we have to fight the dragon? If we can't kill the dragon, there's no point defeating Corypheus. Oh, dang it, I should have switched out the staff anyway, huh? It's okay, we've had plenty of practice. Actually, it was a good thing. Yeah, we gotta help her. Red Lyrium Dragon. Yeah, it's a good thing that we got all the practice with the other dragons.
Morrigan could still be alive. We have to help her.
I want to see your immunities. Okay, nothing about hating fire, nothing about liking fire. It's whenever I get pushed out of the dragon because you're not supposed to exist inside somebody like that. Okay, our critical hits are doing pretty good. Yeah. Get inside. We have a heck ton of armor. Thank you to Cassandra, I think. I know you're not gonna stay still, but I want you for the... I want the cage for the other effects. I don't even need to cast a barrier on myself. It just keeps regenerating, probably because of some skill I have that I don't even know which one. Oh, don't leave. Don't leave. Look, whenever I cast stuff, it just pumps itself back up. I don't need to do anything. Oh no, he lifted his paw up so I wasn't inside him. Did you see that? That was terrible. Advanced tactics. Okay, he's got a guard. He's got a guard. My guard breaking thing was on Dorian. That's fine. We'll just do whatever. Solas? Okay, Solas healed by himself. That's fine. Every single party member we have here has defeated a dragon before, I think. We have plenty of experience. Cassandra, you gotta... be careful. Be careful, girl. Cassandra, you should cast your healing thingy. That helps us. Is it Blessed Blades? All the armor. Oh, its armor is back in full again. Cassandra needs a barrier. We're over here. Solas, you need a barrier on yourself. Be careful. Okay, its barrier's gone. Now's the time, guys. It can't use the fire on us if we're this close to it. What a dummy. Varric! Oh, Varric doesn't have any regeneration. Okay. Oh! Ooh! We probably couldn't have done that without Morgan. Morgan weakening it.
Let it end here! Let the skies boil! Let the world be rent asunder!
Alright. Morgan, is she... She was unconscious around here somewhere. Hopefully she'll figure herself out. Corypheus?
No, I will not allow you this victory. You and all the heathen barbarians shall burn.
Am I going the right place? You wanna come meet me, Corypheus? Hey!
The breach is getting bigger!
Then the fate swallows the world, right?
No, we're fine, we're fine. Does he realize we know that killing the dragon will end him? feel like it should be a little bit more panicked. We're doing fine though. Let me come inside. Whoa, the way that came out. That wasn't even innuendo anymore. We're fine, we're fine, we're fine. Blessed Blades? Cassandra, do you have any... Okay, Solas has 2 bars. You could probably do that. Firestorm. Yes. Be careful, Cassandra! Oh, she's... Wait, where's Varric? What the hell? Where is he? Oh my goodness. We gotta go. Whoa! Whoa! Okay. Well, I don't know what happened there. I have other stuff to worry about. Wrath of Heaven. Is Varric back? Oh, I don't even know where you are, my guy. Are you trying to go up here? I'll leave that for the AI to do. I'm a little bit busy right now. But we're basically doing 3 against 1. That's not our usual setup. Would like to have a little bit more support if we could. Okay, you're back, you're back. Good. We're good then. Just let me... Oh.
Not like this. I have walked the halls of the Golden City, crossed the ages. Do not, ancient ones, I beseech you. If you exist, if you ever truly existed, aid me now.
He doesn't even know. It's ours now. Wait, did it just stop working?
You wanted into the Fade?
Oh, his head is huge. He's huge, actually. We could really send people to the Fade? I was joking when I was talking about Josephine's fiance going to the Fade. We can actually do that with our powers? Oh, wow. What about Morrigan? It's broken.
Solas?
The orb.
You know what the orb is? You were the one who told us about it. I don't believe we got any details about it beyond that it's an elven artifact. But you seem... sad.
I know you wanted the orb saved. I'm so sorry.
It is not your fault.
We broke it. To save the world.
There's more, isn't there?
It was not supposed to happen this way. No matter what comes. I want you to know you shall always have my respect.
What?
Inquisitor! Are you alive?
Wait. What? What's Solas doing? You gonna ignore him? He was gonna say something.
Victorious, I see. What a novel result. And it seems the breach is finally closed.
Looks that way.
What do we do now?
Celebrate? Can we? Oh, Solas left.
We go back to Skyhold.
He just left us. That quickly? You don't want to stay and celebrate anything? Man, even at the very end here, we don't know what was that orb all about. Solas always sounds like he's on the cusp of wanting to say more, but always holding back that last little bit. And he's done it yet again here. I don't think that's the last we'll see of him, even if he seems like he's left for now. Thank you, thank you. Honestly, that battle was a little bit anticlimactic. There wasn't really a build up to it. We just started it, and then we went and killed Corypheus and his dragon. And that was it. I wish there was a little bit more fighting his lackeys and all that. Is this a real celebration this time? Won't be cut short, like at Haven? No, no. Okay. I thought we were gonna do some PDA again. Hugging is okay. The world is saved? Just like that?
A moment, my lady. My agents have found no trace of Solas. He has simply vanished.
He might have gone to the Fade.
If he does not wish to be found, there's likely nothing we can do. But I will keep looking.
If he doesn't want to be found, that's okay. I just wish we got to know a little bit more. It is strange.
Why would he just leave? Something must be wrong.
You said he was upset about the orb.
That can't be the only reason.
Well, paired with the conversation we had right before about changing the future.
Now that Corypheus has been defeated, we have a moment to stop and celebrate. Afterwards, you will be busy. Every noble in southern Thedas is clamoring to meet you.
The fighting's over. Why do they want to meet me now?
You're joking, yes? They wish to bask in the glory of your victory, hoping that some of it will rub off on them. Everyone knows Empress Celine owes you her life and her throne. 1,000 problems remain, and your opinion will be sought on each one, whether you wish to give it or not.
Josephine, please deal with it for me.
Oh, now they're lining up to meet me.
Such is the way of things. Previously, you were an upstart, a Dalish elf leading a band of rebels and heretics. Until Corypheus revealed himself, they could not see the single hand behind the chaos. Once he did, they knew. A magister and a darkspawn in one creature, the ultimate evil. Now you are the only power left standing. Enjoy the evening while you can, Inquisitor.
Is it about time we start discussing disbanding the Inquisition then? I wish we got to know a little bit more. We just sort of defeated Corypheus, but all the stuff about the Golden City, Black City, the Winter Magisters, how did he gain that much power to begin with, the orb. It feels like many things are still lingering, don't they? Trespasser. Doom upon the world. The breach is sealed and Corypheus defeated. You may celebrate briefly. Trespasser, with Thedas at peace, the state of Inquisition must be determined. There's time to take a breath, but eventually, the powers that be will grow antsy about the Inquisition's role in Thedas going forward. Oh, the disbandment? Okay, this is, as I understand it, something that we should save for the very end, after all the other DLCs and stuff. Okay.
Am I imagining it? Or do we have a moment to breathe?
I think you're imagining it.
Definitely your imagination. The party, the cake, it's all an elaborate dream.
Make a nose I could use the sleep. You should hear the stories they're telling in the barracks. The pride in their voices. Some of the soldiers have requested leave to return home, but many would follow us still. You are proof that the Inquisition has made a difference, and that we will continue to do so.
Are our men back from Arbor Wilds yet? Most of them weren't even in the last battle.
Our soldiers put their trust in you, Cullen. I appreciate everything you've done.
I should be thanking you. You gave me a chance to prove myself. In your place, I'm not sure I would have done the same. I should let you mingle. I'm sure everyone desires your attention. Enjoy the party, Inquisitor.
Now we have the Winter Palace at home. But no one's gonna bother you about wanting to get married to you, hopefully, Cullen. Unless, if you want that. Yes, stand there! This is my castle, let me through! Damn you. Hey, Ironball.
So, demons, dragons, giant asshole Vint on a big magic rock. You don't let it get dull, boss. Good stuff.
Corypheus left us a big mess to clean up.
Right. Probably not as many giant explosions in the sky from here on out, though. It's weird. I joined the Inquisition under orders from the Ben Hasrath and stayed because Corypheus was an asshole. Now that it's done, I've got no orders. For the first time in my life, I can go wherever I want.
Be free.
Got anywhere in mind?
If it's all the same with you, I'm pretty good right here.
I'd love for you to stay.
The only place I'm going tonight is back for more drinks. To us, being alive, and the bad guys not. Anan.
Good, everyone's happy. We deserve this little bit of happiness. Won't even open this one. Oh, Blackwall, come on, join in on the fun.
All this pomp and ceremony? Can't top seeing that bastard Corypheus burn. No matter what happens to me now, I can say I was there. I helped you bring him down.
It took all of us, but we did it.
I shudder to think where we'd be without you leading us. So now that you've saved the world, what's next? Hoping to put it all back together?
I'll leave that for someone else.
It'll be a huge undertaking.
If anyone can do it, you can. If you ever need my help, you know where to find me. I'll be ready.
So I probably have some terrible news here. In that... it turns out destroying Corypheus does not close the rifts. Terrible. Well, somebody else can deal with that.
I've been starting to think about putting all this into a book. Right now I'm thinking, this shit is weird, the Inquisitor Welonz story. It's a working title.
I think that's good enough to be the real one.
I'm glad you've gone back to writing.
Well, nothing's certain until it's in print. I still haven't decided if I should do this book. As if anyone will believe this story if I tell it. Not to mention, I'll have my hands full with reconstruction and relief efforts in the free marches as soon as I get back.
Oh, you're gonna be leaving. Forget about the book. It doesn't matter. It's nice if someone knows about it, but everyone who's alive right now kind of vaguely knows about it. Go help people.
Don't divide your efforts. The people of the free marches are more important than a story.
As it happens, I agree with you. Kirkwall is in bad shape, and a lot of other city-states were hit hard by the war. I'm not leaving for a while yet, though. We'll have to get in at least one game of Wicked Grace before I go. Curly needs to win back some of his dignity.
I'm not playing if Josephine's playing. Hey, what are you doing, Sarah? Being such a rebel.
Finally got a party, yeah? A bit of fun for saving the world. It's the least Andraste's Herald deserves for making things normal again. Except for, you know, everything ever again. I mean, is this for us or for her? Or, you know, him? Because I was there and I still don't know what's real.
Me neither. You don't have to believe in it if you don't want to.
In the wake of this mess, people should think whatever brings them comfort.
So, you don't know? Like everyone else? Fine. Put it all behind us. Still some things to do yet, right? Because I'm in no hurry to go back to... Valrio. That's where I was. You mind if people still stay around? For whatever?
No, feel free.
This is home if you'll have it.
Shut at you. I cry, I'm punching everyone. All right, enough of that. Is this a party or what? Raise them for winning. Big freaking heroes, Inquisitor. All of us.
Doesn't sound like we're disbanding at all. Hey Cole, don't sit on the table please, we're eating here.
So many people died. More still are hurting. They need help. It seems wrong to celebrate, but I want to. The part of me that's me needs to, after all this. The servants are drinking. Some of them are drinking while lying down.
Do you have any interest in joining them?
I don't know. Not now. It makes things more complicated, and I'm not ready. Someday. Maybe. What happens next? Where do we go?
For tonight, we remind the world and each other that we're alive.
Yes. Because of you. Thank you for letting me stay.
No, thank you for helping us overall. Dorian.
I was passing through the hall this morning and a serving girl saw me and squealed. Actually squealed, dropped her laundry and everything, such a mess. She was completely breathless. You were at the battle with the evil one, weren't you? I didn't even get a chance to answer. She hugged me. Hugged me.
Aww.
This is your influence.
I thought she was fangirling over him, but it's just a very genuine... Like, seeing one of the people who helped save the world. A lady...
Mind you, I can't say I hate the notion of being the good Tevinter. I suppose you can't all be evil bastards. The blacksmith said that, and he spat when we first met. I hope my father hears. He will shit his small clothes from shock, I swear.
Will you be returning to Tevinter now?
No, actually. I was thinking of sticking around for a while.
Would that have anything to do with Iron Bull?
It might. You know how it is. Plus, what would you do without me?
How will I ever know unless you go?
Clever. See? I keep your wits sharp.
What would I do without you, Dorian? Hey, these conversations are timed. We gotta be careful. Yeah, I was gonna say that girl was probably thinking about how Dorian saved his family and all that. Just... A lot of us have suffered tons of losses around here. Maybe some of her family members were already lost and we helped save the remaining. So, that's good. Oh, what now? God. Hate EA app so much. This thing has been such a freaking nightmare to work with. I haven't said anything about it while I've been playing, but I'm telling you, this is literally the worst app I've ever used in my entire life. Worst game launcher by a very large margin. Anyway, I have 1 point. What should I do with my 1 point? On the dispel? I mean, I'm not gonna... I don't dispel very often, though. I just want something passive. Is there a cheap passive thing that's early on in the branch? Something like that. After you land a critical hit, your next spell cast doesn't trigger a cooldown period. Let's go. Where are the rest of my people? I'll save Josephine for last.
I can't believe it's over. It seemed an impossible task. Defy the Chantry, build the Inquisition from nothing, defeat a creature that would be a god. And yet here we are, celebrating.
So we should be. Defeating Corypheus was no simple task.
He was so confident of his power, he could not conceive of losing.
If he could, he would never have challenged me.
And he would have gone into hiding. Yes, it worked out far better this way. I intend to rebuild the Seekers of Truth, to make us the order we were meant to be. That will take time. Meanwhile, I am free to remain with the Inquisition. I think back to how we first met, and here you stand. You are the Inquisitor, a symbol of hope and change to so many. And you are my friend, How did that happen, I wonder? I'm pleased it did. You are a great woman, and I will always stand at your side.
Well, thank you, Cassandra. Those are very kind words. Liliana.
Enjoying the refreshments? Josephine sent all the way to the capital for the petit four.
Oh god, I'm so bad at this.
I must remember to thank her for the trouble.
She's been craving the cakes from Madame Lucien's shop for months. This celebration gave her the perfect excuse. To you, Inquisitor, for all you've done.
You guys have done so much for me too. It's not just me.
So much to do, my dear. I'll be returning to Valvoyou to organize the Loyalist mages. The Empress requires my expertise during what is sure to be a difficult transition. But that will wait. Are you enjoying the celebration? Josephine was in a frenzy arranging it.
When did she start arranging it? After the defeat happened? Kind of morbid to think about. Because I bet, well, an organized person would have... Oh, we should think about this first.
As a matter of fact, I am.
And well, you should. It's a miracle we survived this ordeal. Go mingle. The night is still young.
I was gonna say, for planning out all the contingencies, would there be a future where Josephine actually was writing up my obituary and stuff like that? It's kind of morbid to think about. Josephine, are you enjoying yourself?
Ugh, I should never have hired new caterers so late.
Leave it be, Josie. Everything's fine.
It is not! I'm so sorry, nothing's quite as it should be. Do you like the drinks? I'm not sure about them.
The drinks are fine. It's been a wonderful evening.
I hope you're not just saying that. You're not, are you? Oh, what a disaster. The Somalia was late, the invitations to our guests barely went out at all, and... It was so wonderful to prepare for a small banquet instead of the end of the world. Do you know what everyone is talking about tonight, from commoners to kings? Us. Thedas is discussing the success of the Inquisition.
You played no small part in our rise to power.
You had a role yourself, if I recall correctly. Truly, we will never forget those we lost. But for tonight, to victory.
Yes, you're right. It would be great if we could take advantage of this. Was that everybody? Was that everybody around here? Everybody who would let me speak to them. It's a quieter party. But we deserve the quiet and peace after all this time. We can... Oh, my quarters. Okay.
May I join you?
Of course. Oh.
I wanted to catch you. The celebrations appear to be winding down with the sunrise. I've never witnessed such a lovely sight.
Partying the whole night.
Nor I.
No.
Sometimes your words are so sweet, they ache.
That's love.
That's you. It's been good to have this celebration, free of what the future holds. Whatever awaits us, my lady, I know only one thing. I would never have you face it alone.
And don't leave my side at the party. I don't want to face all those dignitaries and diplomats by myself. What about the issue of the divine?
'Tis said that Corypheus woke after his long slumber and found the world gone awry. He fought to bring back those days of magic and shadow, to raise himself as a god and set things right. Now, we are left with a scar in the sky to remind us of what almost was. It tells us that a great victory against chaos was won, but left the world forever changed.
We didn't see Morgan at the party.
Consider the mighty empire of Orlais, where Empress Celine remains on her golden throne. Where once war raged, there is now a shaky peace. Orlais is resurgent, the Empress a patron of arts and culture. Many attribute this recovery to her lady love, though others wonder how long their reunion will truly last. Fortunately for Celine, her gratitude towards the Inquisition has remained strong. Some claim she clings too tightly to the Alliance. Others know it is all that stands between her and defeat. The Grey Wardens of the South slowly rebuild in the months following the events at Adamant. They declare it time for the Order to emerge from the shadows, to join the rest of humanity in fighting their ancient foes. Rumors abound that they severed ties with their leaders at Weishaupt, and that a bitter war now rages between them. What becomes of Hawke is unknown, save that all news out of Weishaupt soon ends.
What?
Does the sudden silence indicate a battle within, or something far worse? 1 month after the defeat of Corypheus, the Chantry names Leliana as successor to the Sunburst throne.
Is that a nug?
Given the name Divine Victoria, she first declares an end to the Circle of Magi.
Oh, wow.
The mages will now govern themselves. She opens the priesthood to other races, declares support for the Inquisition, and rededicates the Chantry to the principle of charity. Divine Victoria is controversial from the start. Several new sects arise, resisting her reforms and declaring her rule a threat to the faith. She meets with their leaders, urging unity. Miraculously, her words take root, and for now, the Chantry remains strong.
Fantastic. I knew Leliana could do it.
The Inquisition's mages, the former rebels led by Grand Enchanter Fiona, are left with a choice. When Leliana disbands the circles, they leave the Inquisition and reform the College of Enchanters as a new order. The college, they say, will allow mages of the South to gather in peace and seek new solutions to age-old problems. For the moment, it appears to be working. Mages are enjoying unprecedented acceptance throughout Thedas.
Self-governing. If you're gonna have mistrust for people and say, oh, mages can't take care of themselves, then that's just breeding the whole resentment stuff again. But giving them a chance to decide everything about themselves.
And
Good.
what of the Inquisition itself? Its military might has grown, now rivaling that of kingdoms. Fear of the Inquisition's army has become the true source of its power. I leave Skyhold now, knowing that power will continue to grow.
You're leaving.
The Inquisitor is a symbol to many, a leader of the changing world order. To others, she has become a target. They linger in the shadows, waiting for their day to come. When it does, the Inquisition shall stand, ready.
And we roll credits on Dragon Age Inquisition, at least the base game anyway. We will be continuing the DLCs as soon as we see the end of this. Okay. Well, I do kind of want to save my thoughts at the very end once we've seen everything instead of now, but for now, feels like the ending went pretty quick, especially seeing how many hours we spent on the side stuff. Like all those hours hunting down rifts and shards and whatever else. And then we just found Corypheus right away, killed him, killed his dragon, killed him again. But by the end here, I feel like evidently there's still some stuff going on. Solas just left. Yeah, it has to be related to the whole conversation we had about changing the future and all that. Solas... Yeah, I don't have any doubts that we'll see him in the DLCs up ahead. So I guess we'll find out what's going on there. Even the orb though, Initially, this didn't release with any DLCs, right? I feel like this isn't... It might not be a very satisfying ending. Yeah, we defeated the big baddie, but then we didn't really get any answers to anything. Some of these, I guess we just won't get answers to because, like, are we ever gonna find out, hey, is the Maker real? Is the Golden City real? All that stuff? Well, yeah, that's probably best that we don't really get a concrete answer on that. But then, yeah, like, the ending part, it just felt like Mythal, Flemeth, Kieran's old soul, all this stuff seems to be setting up for either the DLC or the 4th game. I don't know which it is yet until we've seen the rest. But yeah, it's not over yet. Overall, I think between enjoying and not enjoying Dragon Age Inquisition, I did enjoy it. But I don't think the whole experience was a smooth sailing sort of experience, which I think it's plenty evident already. I'm overall a little bit puzzled by how this happened. Is it a lot of executive meddling or what's going on here? Because Dragon Age 2, okay, when I was playing Dragon Age 2, a lot of people were like, oh yeah, this was made in 18 months, it was really, it was really rushed and bad and whatever. But the impression that I had of Dragon Age 2 by the time I finished was that this was a hallmark of project management, because it was clear to me that the team working on it was very experienced and they had a budget, they had constraints, and they worked within those constraints to the maximum. It was very evident to me. They had this conversation at the very beginning where they sat everyone down and they asked, okay, we have this much time, we need to do this for a minimum viable product, how do we get there, and what can we give up on to get there? And that's why we got stuff like repeated maps, because what do you come to a Dragon Age game for? The story, the characters, not new locations. That's not the number one thing, so they gave up on that. Inquisition, on the other hand, it just feels like it has a completely different set of problems. It's a much bigger game in terms of scope than 2 or Origins. They had a whole bunch of different maps, a whole bunch of quests, but the actual quality to playtime hour ratio was, I would say, significantly lower than the previous games. And I trust that I don't have to explain that this isn't the case of me not liking certain quests. It's an overall bigger problem with 20 million repeated quests that are all busy work and don't add to the story in any meaningful way. I'm scared to look up how many rifts were actually in this game that we could close, because I have a feeling it's over 100, which... what is the point? And that wasn't even the only kind of that kind of quest too, that kind of meaningless, grindy, sort of fetch questy thing. I can only guess that it's because they had some sort of an internal target for how many playtime hours this game should be, and they were just trying to bloat it up because they needed to. Oh, all this stuff is optional, so you can just not do it, you know? Yes, you're right. That's a way for me to curtail my own experience, but I'm talking about how this game is made, okay? And I'm not a fan of that argument overall, because, like, honestly, people who are willing to do optional stuff for your game, those are the people most willing to engage with everything. Those are the super fans of your games. If we have to go, oh, don't do the optional stuff because you'll actively get a better experience that way, that is just depressing. And what's even more depressing is that this isn't even the first time I've said this whole thing for a game I've played this year. Some of you might have seen the playthrough for the other game as well. But if I try to separate out the grindy, boring stuff versus the actual good story stuff, I think there are some good stuff here, especially towards the end here. Lots of big plot revelations that at the moment I'm still not sure what it means. And I enjoyed getting to know our companions too. I feel like we've got some really interesting personalities here. Although I really wish they would have redirected some of the efforts towards making 5 million Shard, Ocularum, Rift quests into maybe fleshing out some of the companion quests more, because some of them were quite short, and it didn't seem like it was even across the board for everybody too. Like, Vivienne felt like she got table scraps compared to, say, Cassandra. But overall, I think probably the characters were the most enjoyable part of Inquisition for me. The plot, I think let's wait until the end of the DLCs before we say more, because we haven't seen the full story yet, and clearly they're keeping us hanging. So I want to see where this goes first.
Oh. I knew you would come. You should not have given your orb to Corypheus, Dread Wolf.
I was too weak to unlock it after my slumber. The failure was mine. I should pay the price. But the people, they need me. I am so sorry.
I am sorry as well, old friend.
Dread Wolf? Oh! What? What's happening? Oh! What? Did Flemeth just die? You can't be serious. You're just gonna stop there? Are we just gonna end up back in Skyhold? Are you serious? What the hell? What? Solas? Absolutely. It always seemed like he was hiding something. But you're telling me that Dread Wolf, Fenharel, it's him? Well, that was just right after we learned about how Flemeth is Mythal, dude. Like, what the frick? But unlike Mythal, because Mythal, in her case, it's like the spirit is inside Flemeth, right? But Solas himself is still an elf. So he's been alive this entire time? Was there any weird stuff going on with spirit transfers to different bodies and stuff? And what even happened at the end there? Flemeth! Flemeth had the old soul, Kieran's archdemon soul, and then they met up, and then she died? Did she die? I thought she was gonna stick around for getting her revenge or whatever. Oh, I'm gonna have to review that conversation again. They even mentioned the orb specifically too. Is it- wait, it was Solas's originally? He gave it to Corypheus? What? Oh, they're just suddenly dropping a bomb right at the end here? After the credits? What the hell? Does that mean that Corypheus and Solas know each other, and Solas is partially responsible for the almost destruction of this world? But then he joined the Inquisition to help us fix it, though. This is the kind of thing that probably recontextualizes all of our previous interactions with Solas, then. Like, why he's such an ancient elf stan? Because he is an ancient elf? Is he different at all? In body composition? Is he immortal? That's something we should wonder about from the beginning, too. Oh, wow, this, I definitely have to go back and... It was very short, but I gotta go back and review the whole conversation again. What does it all mean, though? I guess we'll... hopefully we'll find out something when we come back for the DLCs.